The Black Death, 1347–1351. Origins: the Black Death is believed to have originated in Central Asia, likely spreading from rodent populations carrying the bacterium Yersinia pestis. It traveled westward along trade routes, including the Silk Road, carried by fleas that lived on black rats, common stowaways on merchant ships and caravans. Arrival in Europe: the plague is often said to have entered Europe in 1347, when Genoese trading ships arrived in the Sicilian port of Messina. According to popular accounts, most of the sailors aboard were already dead, and the survivors were gravely ill, covered in mysterious black boils. Despite authorities ordering the ships to leave, the disease had already taken hold, and it spread rapidly across the Mediterranean and into mainland Europe. Spread and scale: from Sicily, the plague moved through Italy, France, Spain, England, and eventually into Scandinavia and Russia within just a few years. It traveled along trade routes and rivers, following the same networks that had once brought prosperity to European towns. Estimates suggest it killed between 25 and 50 million people in Europe alone, roughly 30 to 60% of the population, making it one of the deadliest pandemics in human history. Symptoms and forms: the disease appeared in three main forms. Bubonic plague, the most common form, causing painful swollen lymph nodes, buboes, in the groin, armpits, or neck, along with fever, chills, and fatigue. Pneumonic plague infected the lungs and could spread person to person through coughing, making it especially deadly and fast-moving. Septicemic plague infected the bloodstream directly, often causing death within a day, with blackened skin from internal bleeding, possibly the source of the name Black Death. Medical understanding: at the time, medieval physicians had no understanding of germ theory or bacteria. Many believed the plague was caused by bad air, miasma, divine punishment for sin, or the alignment of planets. Treatments were largely ineffective and included bloodletting, herbal remedies, and burning aromatic woods to purify the air. Social and religious response: the scale of death led to widespread panic, breakdown of social order, and mass burials in plague pits. Some communities turned to religious extremism, including flagellant movements, where people whipped themselves publicly as penance. Tragically, the plague also fueled scapegoating and violent persecution of Jewish communities, who were falsely blamed for poisoning wells and causing the outbreak. Economic and social consequences: the massive loss of life had profound effects on European society. Labor shortages gave surviving peasants and workers more bargaining power, weakening the feudal system. Wages rose as demand for labor outpaced supply. Some historians argue the population collapse helped pave the way for the Renaissance, as social structures loosened and new ideas began to flourish. The Church's authority was shaken, as prayers and religious rituals failed to stop the death toll, leading some to question traditional religious explanations. Legacy: the Black Death permanently altered the trajectory of European history. It reshaped economic systems, accelerated the decline of feudalism, and left a lasting cultural memory reflected in art, literature, and folklore, including imagery like the Dance of Death that became common in the following centuries. Outbreaks of plague continued to recur periodically in Europe for centuries afterward, though never on the same catastrophic scale.